Here we go. It's your guy Scrappy Doo. We over here at Scrap a lot, man. What's going on, my peoples? Thanks for clicking on the channel. Spend a little time with you guys. You know what I mean? Today we got a bunch of little random things going on that we're just gonna scrap out, identifying some of the components in it. You know what I mean? And just clearing out my table. I did a massive clean in the yard. A lot of shaping up and getting things in order. Some of the stuff was just left over for projects and various other situations. So I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna clean up the table, and I'll take you guys along with me while I do that. I mean, I got to do it anyway. Might as well have some company, right? You might as well learn a little something along the way. All right, mainly for the micro scrappers, because this bucket is just full of micro things. Little alarm clock, got some trimmers. So we're gonna get some motors. Remember, guys, anything that's electric that plugs in, it has a motor in it. Now, whether you decide to scrap it, it depends on who this is watching it, what you're doing it for. It's not very big things in there, but everything adds up. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's a hobby for me. Give me peace of mind, meditation, state, I like tinkering and tapping around with things. So let's go on and get some of this stuff taken apart. Some cool things that I got in there as well. About to find out. Look what my screwdriver is. I want to make sure that it fit. We're using a bunch of little hand tools for this project. But yeah. All right. So we got this alarm clock. I'll put that to the side because I'm excited about this piece right here. I'll show you guys. Now, if you from the 80s, you an 80s baby, you know exactly what this is. Check that out, guys. That was real cool. And I kept it for specific purposes. I found it on one of my treasure hunts. And I'll be going out and getting little materials, things like that. And it was cool. I was like, oh man, I remember these. The flash button, when you can switch lines, redial, privacy. This is actually a second generation. That's the ones with the push buttons. Now the original ones, it was the rollers. You had to, at one time you had to sit up there and put your finger in the hole, and you go, and you have to go 9, and do 4, and 2. Yeah. So it wasn't always push buttons and cell phones with smart screens, touch screens, and all of that, guys. There was a time. But at first I thought I was going to restore it. And I was like, well, it kept following me around. I like vintage things. Vintage soul. I like little older vintage things, man. And at this particular point in my life, I'm like, I'm not going to restore it. I was going to put it up in the shop. And it is a cool piece. And I know you guys like, man, I wouldn't have stripped that, man. That's a cool little relic. You can sell it. You can do this. You can do that. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. All right, guys. See that? And it's not many components in here. We got the little bell. Got a little circuit board on there. You guys can see that. Little circuit board there. And we're going to see what this is. If that's magnetic or not. All right. So it's not. So it's most likely aluminum. This bell actually doesn't seem like it's magnetic. Maybe the part that's inside of it, but we're gonna see. We're gonna take that apart as well. We're gonna see. These pieces right here are just little pieces of plastic actually. So what I'll do is, let's see. This is steel. That seems like that's glass. So I'm gonna unscrew that. I know you guys can't see me physically taking the screw out, but you see the motion. I think we all know how to work a screwdriver at this point. Okay, that is plastic. These are some little wires and significant. I mean, you can't clip it and put in your low grade wires. That's what you choose to do. That's fine. What I'll do is I'll just take off this little board. You can actually sell these boards. I heard there's places online you can sell. Of course, you can sell anything online. Depends on what it is that you want to do. Like always, up to the scrapper. You can keep these separate and collect a bunch of them. Depends on the grade of it, and you can send it in and all that, and see if it's worth your trouble to do so. Because remember, you got packaging, you got shipping, you got handling, and things of that nature. So for me, I'm just doing this for you guys, taking it apart and things. But for me, this is going in my shred. Excuse me. At one time, I did collect these, and I had some with some gold on it, and gold fingers and gold trimmings and things like that. But like I said, after a while, I hadn't did anything with it, so it's like, well, dude, you gotta get rid of that. Sometimes we hold on to things too long, man. You know what I mean? And that goes for everything, not just scrapping. You walk around holding on to things that you really don't need. You get rid of that. All right. All right. So just taking that apart. All right. That's all plastic. It's gonna go in the trash. Yeah, I could have reassembled it and still kept it. Nah, I don't have a place for it. It just seemed cool. I'm glad that I'm recording it because I'll be able to see, the various different components. I'm not an expert when it comes to this. There are scrappers who actually do just this. E-Waste Mike, and I don't watch a lot of them, but I know of that guy, so you can check out his page. But there's a lot of people who actually do a lot of micro scrapping, and they may be able to help you out with as far as identifying the various components inside of a circuit board. Just gonna unscrew this right here so we can remove that block. And I'm thinking that that's aluminum. This is gonna go in your clean aluminum category rise. And I know I stumbled on that. That's alright. Let's see, and that just comes out like that. Oh, that's a nice big block too. Oh wow. Check it with your magnet, guys. It doesn't stick, right? Not lead. Lead is really soft. This is a thick piece of aluminum. See that? That's nice. We're gonna put that in our clean aluminum. I will check it with the spark test. I don't have my grinder plugged up at the moment, but just to check to make sure that that's what it is. But I'm looking at it and I can tell that that's what it is. Like I said, there's various different ways of doing that with a spark test. Aluminum does not spark. In case you're wondering what the spark test is, aluminum does not spark. If it throws a little spark, then it would be stainless steel. Like I said, I'm leaning more towards aluminum simply from the look of it. This is a thick piece, and this is an older phone, so this is nice. Let's see, guys. See, I said that there wasn't magnetic. All right, so I'll do the spark test on this as well, but it does looks to be brass. That's a nice solid piece of it as well too. But remember, guys, some of this stuff is coated, so it may look like brass, but actually be a coating, something else. So there's various different ways of checking that. I'm scratching it right now, and this seems to be aluminum. But there's not really a glow inside of the groove. So it changes colors from this brass looking piece. And you can see that it's actually coated. So we're gonna do a spark test with that as well. Maybe aluminum. And as you can see, that's the part that was magnetic, and it was catching slightly. So we'll just take that off as well. We're already along in there. Journey. brass, put in our shred pile, and I'll get rid of this plastic and we'll move along. On to the next, yes, the next scene and the next check. There we go. It actually looks like that's a little motor. Seems as though there's a little stator in it. There's some wires going to it. It may be. But I'm not that interested in it. So let me go on my shred. There we go. Now if it was a motor, you could have put it with your motor pile. Where I am is like 20-something cents a pound. Like I say, everything adds up. It's up to you, Bibbs. Let's see, I'm just cleaning this out. Got this little alarm clock. Yes, it still works. Nope, I don't have any use for it. Don't really believe in alarms. It's not my thing. Alarms bring anxiety. Think about the word. It's called an alarm. It's alarming. It carries the vibration. All right, we got our little card. I'm gonna go ahead on and remove this brass piece because that's what these tips are. I go in my brass bucket. See that? It's not magnetic. And I just know that it's brass. You know what I mean? But you can scratch it. It's just coated. And you see right there, reveals a golden look to it. Let's put that in our brass pile. Let's see, I got some better scoop for it. I'm gonna use my side cutters and remove that easier than trying to pull it off. But it's not difficult to do. You want to do it the easiest way possible. You do enough of this micro scrapping and it tends to take a toll on your wrist and things like that. So I'm just gonna pull that off. We're going our brass. Oh, okay. Grip that like that. Good job. Good job, buddy. And the rest of this is gonna go. This is gonna be your appliance wire. Got a bucket for that. Stick that in there. All right. Up to the alarm clock. Yeah, I still got that there from the phone, don't I? Yeah, I do. All right, well, let's finish this off. Kind of jumping around there. Not really sure what these things are. It's small enough that I'm really not gonna mess with it to recover it, but I'm pretty sure that's brass as well. You can see that golden look to it. You can clip it and put it in your dirty brass if you got a pile for that. I usually clean off all the brass pieces that I get, so I won't be putting that in there. All right, there's a little plastic piece in the middle of here. Just gonna pick that out. It's a little rubber piece actually. There you go. When you're looking at what I'm doing, it's little rubber pieces that's up on top of the screws, right? Remove that so you can get to it. Or you can just smash it. It's up to you. Remember, we're scrapping. Smashing things could be cathartic. You know what I mean? There's people who actually started businesses with just that. You know, they put a pile of trash in the room, TVs and old things that you can break up. And then they charge you to go in there. And you feel better when you come out. You want to know why? Because you're released. That anger that you're walking around with. All right. Let's go ahead on and unplug this. That was pretty cool. That plugged into the base in there. As you can see, I got some more aluminum blocks in there. Or what I'm calling aluminum at this very moment. I'd have to see. I'm just gonna unscrew this. How you day going, guys? Hopefully all is well. My day is fantastic. Very appreciative for you guys being here with me. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button, share, subscribe. notification bell. That way you know when I drop a new video. Just doing my thing in the yard. Alright, there we go. Trash. Like I said, I'm not really sure what this would be considered. Low grade wire, maybe? I mean, there is some little copper in there. There's some little small little bits of wire. Yeah, I'm gonna put that with my low grade. Got a little bag for that. Alright. Let's get this aluminum out of there. Out of there. Out of there. Get this aluminum out of there. Yeah. Oh, this is nice. It's real nice. I'll leave those screws. Just removing the aluminum from this. It's in the meditative mindset when you're doing these little projects, man. Doing these little project, man. Pretty sure that's just a little receiver. Well, I'll take it apart. See what's behind there. Just because I'm curious. I'm curious. Let's see. Alright. Look at that. Yeah, it's just like a little. I don't think I'm going to take this too far, guys. Because now it's in this little encasing. I see little, but it's thick. And I don't see an entry point. Of course, you can disassemble anything. But now we're not going to spend time on that. I'm just going to do this. Throw that in the trash. Keep that. Because I know that there's something in there. I'm just not willing to take it apart. So after that in my shred. It's a little warm out here. But it's great, dude. It's always great to sweat, guys. Clear your pores out. Alright. Now back to the alarm clock. See what we got in here. Might need a smaller screwdriver though. These are some little bitty bits. Let's see what I got in my arsenal. I said I just did some cleaning, so I know I got something that I can utilize. That's too big. Oh, look at that. I got this little baby screwdriver right here. Look like it's made for fixing little eyewear. It looks as though it'll work. Man, maybe too big. Just a little bit. Alright, back to the screwdriver then. That's a work. I don't know why I removed myself from that, but that's alright. Get right back around to it, kids. Right back around to it. Let's do it. Little screw hiding behind here. Remember, guys, like you can smash this here. I'm just taking the time out to take the screws. Just out here cooling anyway. Why not? I don't really feel like thrashing today. And it just taking my time and unscrewing this. It takes as long as it takes. Not on no time schedule. That's the beauty about this. There's no such thing as, oh, I gotta rush, I gotta hurry up, I gotta hurry up. No, you don't. You believe that you do for whatever reason, but nah. I have to hurry up and do this. It's ridiculous. Takes as long as it takes. So that little screw is acting up. Can't really get to it. It says acting up, it ain't doing nothing. Just couldn't get to it. Ah, there we go. Alright, and as you can see, got a little transformer in there. That goes plugged into where your wire would have went. Transformers are made to hold electricity. That's why when you unplug something, if you got like a light, you'll be able to see that light is still glowing. That's because it held the charge. The transformer did. All right. And this is garbage. Goodbye, alarm clock. Now we got some more little circuit board pieces. Pretty sure that's low grade board. They don't put high grade inside of little tiny electronics. Excuse me. And we just snipping wires. Like I said before, all that's gonna go in my shred. Keep it at the landfill. And these, there are videos on how to take these apart. I may or may not do one day, but won't be the day. This is small. I've messed with it before, and I just don't feel like doing it at the moment. So I'm gonna put that in my motor pile. But there are videos if you're interested on taking these apart. I say it's too early for me to tell if I will or won't do one. At this very moment, I don't feel the interest to do it. And I follow my highest interest. Unless you guys comment and say, hey, Ken, you know what? I better, hey, Scrappy do. You know what? I want to know how to take one of those apart, and I want you to be the one to show me how to do it. Then I'll be like, okay. Say less. I'll shoot a video making that. So let me know, guys. And we're just gonna take off this little piece here and here. Yeah, a little bit of piece. Little piece, but appliance wire nonetheless. And then you got your motor. On into the motor pile. A little micro scrapping day. And the rest of this, guys, is trash. Right. Moving on. What else is in the mystery bucket? Now we have some clippers, some trimmers to be exact. And again, guys, I'm gonna snip the wire. Get that out of the way. I did that like that so I didn't have to use my strength in order to do it. You do enough of that, and I'm telling you, as you can see, I got my wrist thing on. It takes a toll on it. So I found that if you press down on it, and use your body as leverage, it's easier that way. Shout out to Scrap It All. Gave me that idea. There's always different methods and techniques, guys. So we put these videos out. Not really concerned on who's watching it or not. It's just meant to be out there in the ethers. Got some more brass. I'll put that in the brass bucket. And the brass bucket. And then we take the rest of this and we put it with our appliance wire. Might want to check with your yard. But they shouldn't have a problem leaving these on. It is extra weight, but they already factored it into the price. As long as you take out the brass prongs. Scrap yards, I'd never heard of a scrap yard. Then again, I haven't talked to all scrap yards. But from what I've heard, and from my yard, they don't really like you leaving those brass pieces on there. And yes, brass is more expensive than anything else that's on that, but they just don't like it because they throw it all in a pile. And processes the way that they process it. So, you know. All right, moving on. Take out these screws right here. This is all going to be steel. I'm already aware of that. See that? That's all steel. Gonna undo that. I don't even pull out my drill yet. Just a little hand tool scrapping. A little micro scrapping. I actually had this already on my agenda to do as I was cleaning out my truck. So really, this just needed to be reshifted in order to run this again. Motor's still good. It was still working and everything like that. You can get these sharpened, clean them off, sharpen them, and you can make use of this shit. Like I said, I wasn't using it, guys, and things that I'm not using, I'm getting more into the habit of doing something with it. So why not make a video, hang out with you guys, right? And recycle it. And that's our way of getting rid of it, making great use of it. You know what I mean? You're either gonna use it or you get rid of it. I'm always looking at things that I can refurbish and resell and fix, and that's cool. But I have to follow my highest fashion. And now is making these videos with you guys. Look at that. I didn't even know that there was that much copper in there. And I'm calling it copper. But we're going to actually get in there. As you can see, this is a transformer. Alright, got a little brass piece right there. Brass or copper. So we're just gonna take the time out and undo these screws so that I can get it and remove it while I'm already in here doing surgery. Dr. Scrappy Dude do surgery on me. Let's place that right there. I'm not even sure what those are just yet. Sometimes they do use aluminum and brass screws depending on what it is, what type of product that you're getting. So just remember, guys, always check things with your magnet. What you believe to be one thing may be something else. You don't know until you actually check it. I've said that before, but your magnet is your best friend in this game. As you guys can see, it's not just about me scrapping. I spit game as well. I want to give y'all the business. Yeah, whatever lane you're in, don't get it from me, baby. All right, just pop that out. Let's see, let's pull this out. There, right there. Some little pieces. I said I'm not quite sure exactly just yet. I'm gonna just keep disassembling it. All right. Then I'll do the checking with my magnets. Do the checking with my magnets. Got this from my pops, man. Pops was like, you know what? You can go ahead on and take that. I know you're always working on stuff and fixing things. Maybe you can restore it back to its exuberance. I'm like, sure thing, Pop. Like I said, I had been riding around with it for so long, and I already have some trimmers and things. See that? Doesn't stick. Right? These screws do though. We're just gonna put those in our bucket. This doesn't stick. Pretty sure that's copper or brass. And you can tell this, you can scratch it, or you can give it a little snip, and you'll be able to see in it exactly what it is. And as you can see, it gives off that coppery look, that nice shiny penny look, right? So it's a little piece of copper there. Got a little piece right here. Not sure what this is just yet. Clip that. Got that nice shiny coat to it on the inside as well as on the outside. That's brass. Put that in the brass. Put that in my number 2 copper, which is down there. I just put it up right here for now. Yeah, a little bit of pieces. Little bit of pieces. Oh, that's funny how we say certain things. But these little pieces, I know they're small. It's like, man, it can't be more than I don't know what myself. You know, it's not about that. We just scrap it, man. I just like to take things apart. I want to see how they work. That's our prayers. Love to see how things work, man. So you gotta pick it apart. Rest of that is trash. That's our brass. Boom. These little pieces are usually brass or aluminum, but I'll show you guys that it is brass because in most cases that's what it is. Cut that open like that. You can see, I don't know if you really can tell, but there's a little shiny coat. And you flicker it around a little bit. Like I said, it's little pieces. But you're already doing it. And you're in a meditative mindset. Why are you doing it, right? Let's see. I actually want to check this. Okay, that's still. All right. Now we're down to the transformer, which in this case is the motor, right? This goes in the motor. Well, this is considered the motor. All right. So we're gonna cut it. Usually I have a file that's around. Not sure where I got it at the moment, but just gonna cut into it and see if it's copper. Now, if it's copper, I will pull it out. Aluminum, I'm just gonna leave it intact and get the motor weight. But I just wanted to show you guys and identify it and things of that nature, right? Yeah, it's a lot easier to scratch this with those pliers. And let's see, gotta do a little more. Slip in here. And get a good bit of it. I can see on the inside. Hmm. 1 second, guys. I'm looking into it. So I can show you guys. Let's pull this off. Let's see. Make a nice little. Because this is some real thin wire. I mean, not wire, but thin material. So we're gonna make it a little thicker so we can see the results of the cut test. And just snip straight through like that. There we are. See that? The more we got together, the more we can see. Right? And it's giving off that little golden look. Right? So this is actually gonna be copper. Alright? It's gonna be copper. So I will pull it apart really quickly. Let's see, my flathead. Unscrew that. That relieves this. I know I'm saying this, but I have to show you. See how I allowed it to free up. Now it's turning. Now we got the screw out of there, like so. Alright. And then we could just pull this off. Pry it off. Better yet, I got my gloves on. I'm just gonna stick it in the groove, get over the twist. Not damage my hands. Process. Let's see. It's real small. Alright. Let's just stick it in the vise real quick. Like so. Take out the flathead. A little hammer. And we'll get it off. See that? Alright. Wasn't difficult, huh, guys? Not at all. Now, the rest of this, I'm just gonna close that up like that. And that is silica steel. This is actually going in my heavy or short iron, depending on what your yard calls it. I'll snip these little wires, put those in my little bucket. All right. Excuse me. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to get my other cutters, my longer side cutters, the ones that got more leverage. All right. Open that up. I'm just gonna stick it in there, and I'm just gonna use the leverage like I said earlier. Just pushing down on it. Give it a nice clean. Well, I have to do it piece by piece. Right. Then we can get it all the way in there because it's a thick piece of plastic that's wrapped around it. And then once we cut through that, we'll be able to just peel it on out of there. About to see that. Now you can just take it. I use this little pick tool, but you can use your hands. And I'll just get in there like that. Like that. Right. And we just peel off that copper. Just comes up there. There you go. All right. That's trash. Now we got us a nice little bundle of copper. Came out of that motor. Actually got some weight to it. I wouldn't think they would have that much weight to it. Those are some good clippers. That motor was built to last, didn't it? I think the parts were supposed to be changed out every so often, or you sharpen them or whatever, but and those were some walls. And no not sponsored by them or anything. Would be nice, but I just thought that I would mention because I speak truth. Got to tell the truth, so I gotta give it to them. I opened up a wall. I noticed that they had a nice motor in it. And that's our copper, guys. I add that to our number 2. What else do we have in the bucket? Bucket. Oh, as you can see, another wall. So these actually started being disassembled. Oh, hey, Pop. Got another little screwdriver in there. That was a nice little surprise. And he gave me these as well and told me, hey, you can't load. So all you gotta do, put it back together. So, I don't know, guys, I'm due for an upgrade in my clippers. Very well may keep these. Then again, you got this, look, let me see. They turn into a do-it-yourself project. Who knows? I usually like to see how things are assembled after disassembling them, but this looks fairly simple. I just set that in there. This is just it's meant for me. Of course, everything that is meant for you can find its way to you. These things I know to be true. And that kind of that just sits on the top of it. I think he just didn't know how to reset it in there. So I could have did that immediately after he gave it to me, but it's meant for me to do them at such a time. I already did a pair, so alright. And the little screws go in there. Like that. The spring goes a little further in there. Traction. Let's see, yes. Like so. set them down. Put this section in. Look at that, guys. Wanted to actually on a little project with you. Fixing something. Leave it right there. Oh. No worries. Matter of fact, that's really how it's supposed to sit in there. And then the section there, like so. Let me see. We don't want to smash it down, guys. Don't want to smash it down. You have to enable it. It's gonna have to sit on it first. Well, this turned into a do-it-yourself project, guys. You're still there. Hopefully so, but you know, whatever will be, will be. Whoever is still there, I appreciate you sticking around. All right, that's how that sits in there. But it's the opposite way that we got it in there. So it actually goes this way, and then it sits in there like so, upside down, like Legos. I gotta take the time out, guys. All right, see that? They just sat back in there. Boom, boom, bang, bang. I pop the spring back in there. All right, and then we just set it down right here. And then we take our blade, and that's gonna set in the groove. I'm gonna line it up so that it's even. Then we, okay guys, so it goes on the inside of it. As you can see, it's not allowing me to set it down in there. You're not supposed to have two different things like that. So that further lets me know that I did have it in there the right way. That's how it be sometimes. That's why people get frustrated with this stuff and be like, oh man, I'm just gonna buy some more. And all the while nothing be wrong with them. You know. That's why I say I always like to do these things. Cause I'll figure it out. A lot of times it be like nothing. But depends on what you want to spend your time on, right? There you go. And then that sets on it like that. Right? Press down on the spring. As it starts screwing down, it's gonna press down on it. You're gonna keep that lined up, like so. And you're gonna just place this on top of it. And then that should do the trick. Let's see why it's open like that. Okay. There we are. See, it had to sit in there right. I didn't have it sit in there right. Now we can put the top on. And if you guys allow me to, well, I allow myself to, I'm going to do it. If you guys want to see the results of it, and I'm about to do that. Plug it up. Oh, how you doing, bud? Tell you what, let's screw you down a little bit just to make sure you don't go anywhere. And then I'll wait. This is restricting it, so I'll restrict that. Give it a little swirl, a little swing around. And we'll do that like that. And we tighten it down, guys. All right. Let's see what we got here. It goes up, goes down, up, down, up, down. Got it reassembled. Let's see if we like the way that we got it set in here. You do have to screw it. You gotta set it and you gotta screw it so whereas it doesn't shift and move. You want this plate to be in the middle. All right. We're just gonna change that a little bit. I'll go this one. And we're gonna set it how we really want it so that it doesn't move, shift around. So and now that we got that, we tighten it back up. All right. Just like brand new, brand new, brand new. Look at that, guys. See, Scrappy Doo is multifaceted, baby. So I didn't wind up scrapping this. And from the looks of it, guys, that is it for the mystery bucket. These are just pieces of steel that I got in here. See that? And that's my tools. That's just things I was cleaning out of my truck. Like I told you, I had to get those things situated. We do have this. So all I'm going to do is unscrew this. And then I'll put that in with the rest of my... I'm going to put it with my shred. Because it's not really thick. Yeah, I'll probably put it in with my shred. But yeah, guys. Got that working again. Awesome. I'm going to plug it up. Still can hear me. Can't see me. I wasn't prepared to do that. I don't have my card plugged up, my extension card. Wasn't planning on the brand new thing. Here we go. Work. Now I'm giving you guys a little micro scrapping video and a little DIY. All right, guys. Till next time, man. Remember, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm always scrapping and picking up miscellaneous things and doing various different little projects, as you just seen, right? It was nice hanging out with you guys. I'm moving on to something else. I appreciate you being here. Till next time, guys. Peace.